You guys want to make a wild guess what I want to talk about? Just guess. It's not that hard. Shut up! I gotta. I gotta. Anyway, we'll talk about Spider-Man after this. Remember Oscar. Okay, target acquire. We'll talk about that later. Hey, it's Boba Fett! Ladies and gentlemen, it's been 2 episodes right now. I was waiting to get 2 episodes out. I was waiting to get 2 episodes out of Boba Fett. My man, the legend, Boba. It was so good. Listen. I know there's some people that had an adverse reaction to episode 1, which I do not understand, right? You know what? That's why I think The Matrix is such a great movie, because it makes such a commentary in regards to what fans want, right? Everybody's hating The Matrix, and that's the point. I think they made it for you to hate it, because they literally, the movie stated, the movie just literally told me to go fuck myself, and I respect that. Right? I don't understand how people was mad about episode 1 of Boba Fett. Well, first of all, what's episode 1, right? And they dedicated episode 1 to explain a lot of things that we want to know, right? And the thing is that if they wouldn't have done that, people would have been like, but how did he get out of the Sarlacc pit? You see, there was no winning, right? It just baffles me why some small but very loud section of the community was like, man, Boba Fett sucks. He doesn't kick ass. Even though he crawled out of a Sarlacc pit, got dragged out through the desert. He got beat up by a bunch of children with sticks. But he killed Goro in the desert, but he doesn't kick ass, man. He doesn't kick ass, man. He literally kills Goro from Mortal Kombat, barehanded. No, bad effect. He sucks. Like, all right, sure, fair enough. Yeah. All right. So when it comes to the story, what happened in episode 1, at least to me, is understandable, right? You have to set up things. That's how stories work, right? You have to set up things, show your character. You want your character to grow through the story. So the fact that Boba Fett is going through all these changes, right, is the point of the story. It's called the Book of Boba Fett. It's more like a legend of telling you how said character became this, right? But I feel like most people wanted to Boba Fett to start like just shooting everyone, being angry. It's like, I just want blah blah blah, Boba Fett, blah, 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 pew, 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 dangle the keys in front of people. Yeah, shiny motherfucker. Yeah, that's what people wanted, right? That's what people wanted. Like, dangle those keys. I want to see them. Right? So to me, the episode was very servable, especially because what they're trying to set up with the Tuscans. And god damn it, I'm gonna call it just Tuscans or Tuscan Warriors, because the Book of Boba Fett makes me feel that calling them Tuscan Raiders is very disrespectful. God, I love the Tuscans. I want a gaffy stick for Christmas. Okay? So, there's something about stories that... Right? There's something about stories that if you're gonna show something, make sure that you're gonna use it. Right? You're not gonna write something. Like there is a gun in the table, and then you move on and never address the gun at the table. So why you wrote it there, right? Somebody better use that gun, right? So I guess people didn't understand, right? Like a lot of people complain about the flashback towards the Tusken Raiders and all that stuff like that. But they're clearly setting up something. Boba Fett became a different person, and we can see it in episode 2. Episode 2, moving away from episode 1, episode 2 showcases how Boba Fett changed through his experience in the desert after escaping the Sarlacc pit and the time that he spent with the Tuskens, right? He literally got a new family. He was an orphan. He got a new family, right? And they got him high on lizards. That motherfucker was tripping lizards. Tripping lizards, man. That was great. But he had a vision, and you can interpret visions any way you want, right? But what I gather from the vision is that he needed to change his path, or he will end up like his father, right? Also, I feel like he got liberated from, that shadow, like being like Django, like he just broke free. That was very powerful, and I loved it. Matter of fact, most of the Tusken section of the shows is the parts that I like the most, right? Because it shows Boba's motivation. I mean, you have to think about it. He was a bounty hunter, right? And now he wants to be the boss. He wants to be the leader of a crime family, right? What changed, right? And the flashback shows you how he's slowly becoming a leader, and he's fucking cool. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the present section of the story doesn't have cool shit. Matter of fact, I like it. They're setting up a lot of things. Going back to the present, we have to establish that nobody respects Boba Fett right now. Mainly because everybody's used to the rule of the Hutt. I feel like Bit Fortuna was like a puppet figure. He was just there, but technically he wasn't ruling. I feel like he was ruling in behalf of the Hutt. To be precise, the twins. Spoiler alert. If you're watching this, I'm going to be spoiling a lot of shit. There is... Jabba had cousins. Very Lannister-like cousins. There's like a brother and sister Hutt. And they're very close. And that was weird. And I hate it. So I feel like Bit Fortuna was just a puppet figure, right? But now that Boba took over, Tatooine right now, Mos Aspect. What's the name of this? I always forget the name of the city. Mos something. Fucking hold on. I gotta get the city. Star Wars. Mos Eisley. There you go. That's the city. Yeah, pretty much everything's taking place in Mos Eisley. However, they never had a straightforward purpose. He was the main character that was stuck as a background character. He was just cool. You have to understand, Boba Fett, literally, he was just the guy who looks cool in the background. Cool armor. Dude, the Mandalorian helmets are cool as shit. He literally gave birth to a race of people. Sorry, a creed of people. Right? We got the Mandalorian thanks to Boba Fett. Alright? So going back to the present, part of the storyline is that you know, he has a lot of obstacles to overcome. People don't respect him, and they think that he doesn't know how to run a family. And that's why the flashbacks are important. They're showing you how he has grown, the things that he has learned. And we, as the viewers, have the luxury to know that, no, Boba Fett knows how to be a leader. That shit got beat into him by the desert of Tatooine, by the Dune Sea. Beat the leadership into him with gaffy sticks and shit. People didn't like that he smiled. People didn't like that he is a human, right? You have to understand, Boba Fett, a man right here. The cool thing about him was the mystery, right? The mystery man. What's behind the mask, right? The problem is that doesn't work when it's a main character, right? Din Djarin made it work, but Din Djarin was more complex than that, right? And the whole thing that they didn't show his his face was a plot point that made it interesting. So when it happens, when we got to see his face, was something important. We can't repeat the same thing, right? We have to try something different. And we already know how Boba Fett looks, right? And to him, the helmet always on is not a thing. It's not something that is part of his values. The helmet is, to protect him for combat, right? It means that, it's his father's helmet, so he loves it and treasures it, but aside from that, he doesn't have like a tradition always having the helmet on. So it wouldn't make any sense, right? Besides, we gotta try new routes. So it's called the Book of Boba Fett, and so what we're seeing is how Boba Fett is going from bounty hunter to the leader of probably all of Tatooine, because I have the feeling that the Tuskens are gonna play a pivotal role in this story, because he already has the locals, like the true locals, the people that belong to the planet, the people that are native to the place. He's one of them. To be fair, Boba Fett right now belongs to Tatooine more than most of the people you see here. Alright? So fuck the twins. And get the hell out of here. It is fascinating, actually. You're getting sick of Tatooine? Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I have the feeling that we're not gonna be seeing that many planets outside Tatooine, because we already had that story with Din Djarin. Din Djarin was traveling across the planets in Star Wars. I have the feeling that at least for season 1 of Boba Fett, we're gonna have a big struggle in Tatooine. But I really hope that we probably second season, or at least mid-season, a few episodes in, we move to some other places, because I'm gonna tell you one. Yes, that's what I'm gonna tell you. I hope we have some variety, because I'm gonna tell you, Kenobi's coming, and that shit is just gonna be Tatooine, right? That's it. So, yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of sand. Yo, motherfuckers were making fun of fucking Anakin. Oh, fuck sand. I don't like it. It gets everywhere. Oh, you're like, haha, funny dialogue. Well, guess what now, motherfuckers? What now? How you feel about sand? Oh, shit. That'll be great, right? There's a character that showed up in the Book of Boba Fett. Again, what I like about the Book of Boba Fett right now is that, when they show characters from other places of the Star Wars universe, it's very subtle right now. For example, and they do it well, because there's a Wookiee that showed up in episode 2 that looks scary as all shit. It's called Black Krrsantan, BK for sure, or Black K, you guys choose. It's a Wookiee from the comics, and the introduction to that character was fantastic. Why? Because for the people that knows the character, the 5% that knows the character, show that, right? And flip out. Oh my god! Look at the size of that motherfucker. I mean, no, the 5% that knows it, like, it's Black Chrysanthemum, right? We know him. And we went crazy. And the people that don't know the character, like, oh my god! Look at the size of that motherfucker! It looks great! It's a new character! I love him, right? So for the new people that don't know Black Chrysanthemum, it's still a cool introduction. And he looks menacing. And all you need to know about the character is what you see. He looks badass. He likes... Oh, fuck. My music is off. Fuck. He looks badass. He has spiked shoulders. It looks like a gladiator. So you're like, oh, it might be a gladiator. Boba Fett tells me there's a gladiator. Oh, that's a gladiator. So... yeah, for the people that don't know the character, he still looked cool. Paris didn't know the character. So he was like, oh my god, I thought it was an original character. It looks badass, though. Correct. So that's a nice... that's how I like my cameos, right? Whether you know the character or no or not, as long as he doesn't interfere with the story, it's fantastic. Alright? You knowing the name of this Wookiee doesn't take away from, its introduction. The introduction was cool, whether you know the character or no. So that's peak fucking character cameo. I love it. I love it because I know the character, so it was like, yes! And people that didn't know the character also were happy. So, awesome fucking cameo. They did it well. Alright? So, I love that. So, and also, when it comes to Black Chrysanthemum, spoiler alert for probably future Star Wars series, he fought Obi-Wan. So, we might see him again in Obi-Wan. Mainly because, I don't know if you guys noticed the scars that he has on his eyes. That was done by a fucking lightsaber. And that was Obi-Wan Kenobi that did that. So, if we see them fight in Kenobi, oh my god. It's gonna be badass. I want to see that. Also, the implication of Black Chrysanthemum being in this show tells you that maybe other characters might show up that are connected to him, right? Like Dr. Aphra, that could also show up over there. But yeah, Boba Fett had a little dialogue towards Black Chrysanthemum because he knows them. They actually worked together. They were, the best bounty hunters that Jabba had. So, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Man, it's been such a... This show is fantastic. Episode 2 was actually a little bit better when it comes to the flashback because it was divided literally in half. First part of the episode was dedicated to the present time. Second part was dedicated to the flashback. So it felt a little less intrusive, right? Episode 1 had a little back and forward. So some people felt a little bit like, oh no, what's going on? So, but yes, episode 2 was a little bit more gentle towards people. And I love it. I really love the Western feel that the show has. It literally, people can call it Dancing with Wolf in Star Wars. Right? And I love it how we're humanizing the Tuscans. Right? Because it makes sense. It's like in the previous movies and other media, they're like just monsters, like sand monsters that have no agency. They're just there to cause chaos. But that doesn't make much sense, right? They use rifles. They have villages. They have to have a culture. And I love how the Mandalorian and Boba Fett have show us that culture, and I love it. I love it. I was telling my mom that native. Yes, actually, in episode 2, gave me a little, even more of a vibe because, again, spoiler alert, but by this time you should be warned. Whoever's watching this on YouTube, there's a train. There's a train that passes by the Tuscan village and randomly just decided to shoot at them. And the first thing that they shoot is the Bantams, right? That is literally what happened in real life America here. Where like, while conquering the West, people in trains will just shoot buffaloes for shits and giggles, right? Destroying them by, and you have to understand, the Native Americans needed the buffaloes, right? And obviously, if they see one Native American, they will definitely also shoot him. So, yeah, that felt like very Native American. And it made you feel for the Tuscan Raiders because they were just chilling. They were like just chilling there. And all of a sudden, they start getting shot at because they're savages and they deserve it. Fuck. So that definitely gave us a little vibe of that. And again, every time that the flashbacks show, start, they show you how much of a badass Boba Fett is. I really don't understand how people could say that they think that Boba Fett's not a badass in this series or anything. He literally is doing cool shit, badass shit, without his Mandalorian armor, which it takes a lot more balls of just tanking everything with your Beskar armor, right? Yeah, fuck Jawas. Man, I hate Jawas, okay? I fucking hate Jawas. And nothing in Star Wars can make me change my mind, because the motherfuckers steal your shit, okay? The bar fight was fantastic, because, again, what this show is doing the whole cameo thing, like I was explaining to you earlier, and in a subtle way that if the people knows it, it goes yay, and if people don't know the information, they still go yay because it's cool, right? That bar is from a deleted scene of The New Hope, where Luke goes to hang out with his friends, which, by the way, they're there, and they look all like they should. They still have the same fucking hair. Hold on, let's see if we can find it. Hold on, we're gonna read some copyrights here. Star Wars New Hope deleted scene. I think the name of the characters is Fixer. The guy is Fixer, and the girl is Cammy. Hold on, I found it. I found the deleted scene. Hold on. Here they are. So, we got a cool bar fight, but if you know this, if you're a fucking nerd like me, you go like, awesome. That is awesome. Also, if you don't see this on YouTube, it's because I had to delete it because copyright and shit. They see Leia's ship getting fucked in the stratosphere. So that's what he sees.
Well, come on, get in gear.
Get in gear. I forgot the name of the bar, though. The bar has a name. What the fuck is the name of the stupid bar? God damn it. And it was the exact same bar, too. It has, like, the machine, the...
Hey, come on, shape it up, you guys.
There they are, it's Cammy and Fixer. You see the video game console? That the...
I never expected you to be...
What's the race called? The big...
Oh, I almost forgot. There's a battle going on right
The
here.
Knicks? Yeah, the ones with the lizard face and spiky shit. Like, I think... The biker gang. They were playing this video game. And there they are. They're wearing the same shit and they have the same hair. There you are. This is a better look. There you go. There's Cammy and this guy. Man, Cammy's hot. But yeah, there you go. We got a bar fight. So if you're a nerd, you know it. It's like you were like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. Oh, right? Fucking awesome. But it became a western on the last part of the show. The Tatooine look. That's the biker gang. That's the name of the biker band. Somebody translated the biker gang. We don't know the name of the gang. It has the symbol, but under it says Tatooine, so we can assume that it's like a biker gangs in real life that have different branches across the country. So I guess that biker gang has members in other planets, and this is the Tatooine branch. Because if you translate their jacket, it says Tatooine. I don't know what else it says over there, but anyway, like I was saying, this the second half of the second episode became a western, mainly trying to catch the train. So Boba Fett goes to this bar. Rex, yes, Boba Fett wrecks the fucking gang members, all of them by himself. I don't understand people talking shit. It's episode 1 and episode 2. Anyway, losing track. Anyway, Boba Fett wrecks these guys and steals their bikes and brings them to the Tuscans. Like somebody stealing their horses and bringing them to the tribe. And they use the speeders to catch up to the train and stop it. Which, by the way, I love it how the train was run by the Pikes, because there's a lot of implications, right? It feels like since Jabba is not around, all these other crime syndicates are just running amok, not giving two shits. Because I don't think the Pikes would have been running around with Jabba, present. But the fact that it's like a whole train transporting spices in Tatooine is happening. It feels like, there's gonna be a lot of complications for Boba Fett to take control of this planet and the underworld. Also, I love it how Fennec Chan has been very passive aggressive with the assassin that she captured, because she is an expert assassin. And she was talking shit about the assassin that they capture in episode 1. You're paying for the name. By the way, the name of the assassin group, the Nightwind, is new. That's actually new. There's nothing in canon that tell us anything. So there's actually a new canon. So it's time to create new stories in regard to this assassin group, the Nightwind. Sounds like a fart in the night. So Phoenix was just talking shit about him. You're just paying for the name. They're shit. But anyway, the second part with the Tuscans raided the train chase was amazing, and I loved it. And he earns the respect of the Tuscans, and they admitted to his tribe. They go into this ritual where he gets high on lizards and walks the desert, faces his demons, and gets reborn again into a different man, and brings back a branch that, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there's no vegetation in fucking Tatooine. Where the fuck do you get this branch? Ask the tiny lizard up his nose. Nobody knows. And I gotta tell you, this little ritual reminds me of the Jedi, because the Jedis have to find their own kyber crystal and make their own lightsaber. So, there you go. Is this lizard related to the Force? Even if you don't follow the teachings of the Jedi and their fucking dogmatic fucking religion, right? The Force is still a real thing. So, this could be other cultures' interpretation of the Force. So, this is a ritual. And we already established that the magic of this world is the Force. So I don't know. I feel like this ritual had some force shenanigans in it. I'm thinking that this lizard is force sensitive. But also, I learned that you can trip balls with lizards now up your nose. But again, making the comparisons to the Jedi, I love it how he found a branch and he had to make his own gaffy stick, right? With help, because obviously you don't know how to fucking make a fucking gaffy stick. He helped him, but he made his own gaffy stick. Exactly. Right? So that was a whole part of the ritual. And at the end, when he finally finished making his gaffy stick, we had like a beautiful scene at the end of the episode with Boba Fett dancing with the tribe around the fire. It started with just the badass Tusken warrior that, by the way, she's a female. I mean, everybody speculates it, but the stun person that is under the outfit is a woman. So it is a woman. It's a female Tusken, which is fucking badass. You guys need to watch the show. It's fucking Tusken needs to kick some ass in the future. I just gotta watch that again. But start dancing, just the two of them, and slowly everybody from the tribe started getting up to joining the dance around the fire. And then the chief joins, and he's badass, and I love it, and he felt so cultural. And I feel that Tamir Morris was in his environment because he does haka, right? He does, you know, the native dance, right? So he was in his environment, and I love it. I feel like she is with the chief. I don't know. I don't think this story right now we are gonna dedicate to love. I don't think we have time for love stories in right now in Boba Fett. I really don't think so. Especially since The Mandalorian, we didn't have anything like that either. So, like, I doubt it. Right? For what I noticed, each story that, you know, Favreau and Dave Filoni are making, they have a theme and they focus on that theme. And Mandalorian was, you know, practically fatherhood. Like how this child changed the life of the Mandalorian. This one is Boba Fett crawling out of the shadow of his father and trying to become something else. So this is gonna be the theme. So again, I know that a lot of people was, you know, angry for, you know, because of episode 1. It wasn't their Fett, not my Fett. My Fett will gun down everyone. Boo-hoo. They're putting a lot of unrealistic expectations when it comes to, you know, how a story is written. Like, do you really want to watch that? Do you want to do 7 episodes of Boba Fett just randomly shooting people? I don't know. I like my characters that grow, right? Change throughout the story. There's a journey. And when it comes to Star Wars, that's what Star Wars is. It's the hero's journey to the court, right? That's how we started. We started with a farm boy that became the hero of the galaxy, right? So the Book of Boba Fett can be more Star Wars. As a matter of fact, episode 2 was the most Star Wars shit that has Star Wars in I don't know, in the recent years. Episode 2 was so Star Wars, man. And it was so good. Episode 2, hands down. Do I dare to say this? Episode 2 of the Book of Boba Fett is actually my favorite Star Wars thing to date right now. And I love The Mandalorian, by the way. The Mandalorian is my shit. But episode 2 of Boba Fett, I think is my favorite Star Wars thing in general right now. And that's a very strong sentence that I'm saying. But it make me feel things. The dance at the end make me feel things, right? The way that the Tuskens were treated by, you know, the Outworlders. The people that comes from other planets to their planet, how they treat them. They just shoot them randomly. Make me feel for the Tuskens. Fucking Black Chrysanthemum showing up make me feel like, oh my god, that's fucking awesome. It's like episode 2 was so awesome. So I don't know if people still gonna hate on it, but I find it completely impossible to do so. Because Book of Boba Fett, at least if you didn't like episode 1, episode 2 was badass. It was fucking badass. I gotta tell you, I fucking know, and I love those episodes, but it relied on nostalgia, so it felt Star Wars, but it's kind of cheating because you had Ahsoka and you have fucking Luke Skywalker, so yeah, it definitely felt. But this was just the Tuskens. Yeah, Boba Fett's there, but the fact that he's not wearing his armor is not the Boba Fett that we're used to. So we didn't rely on that. So we literally rely on what storytelling was, and it felt so Star Wars. So yeah, like the last episode of The Mandalorian, fucking Luke Skywalker, of course it's gonna feel Star Wars. And it was so good. It was so good. Ahsoka felt like Ahsoka. I was really scared that, they weren't going to capture the feel of Ahsoka. But the actor that they picked was fantastic and really captured Ahsoka fantastically. An older Ahsoka. Right? Exactly. They didn't rely on, things that we know, nostalgia. It was straight up, here is Star Wars. And it feels so good. I really recommend it. This fucking show is getting better and better. God. Anyway, I think I gushed about this show for too long. Star Wars! Star Wars! Episode 2 and episode 1 were fantastic. I get it. A lot of people didn't like episode 1. They're dumb. Listen, you gotta start the story at some point. You can't start because it's broken, okay? I really don't. Can anyone explain to me what people wanted of episode 1? I really don't know. Yeah, I get it. The flashbacks were a little out of, could take you out because it was like, fucking present, flashback. I get it. But episode 2 did a better job with that. Just having first part, present day, second part, flashback. But they definitely show us things that we needed to know. Like, yeah, I don't know. I really like that. Actually, Boba Fett is a human being right now. I like it that Boba Fett is changing. We're seeing his story. We're seeing the arc of his character. We're reading the book of Boba Fett, and I really like that. And I'm enjoying the show so far. Believe me, guys, if something bad happens, I will tell you. I will definitely criticize this shit. I'm being known to criticize Star Wars shit. I'm not a blind, follow blindly. When there's something I don't like, I'll tell you. But so far, I'm being enjoying the show, and it is fantastic. So, besides, the story's not over. It's just 2 episodes out, man. Everybody needs to fucking chill. Jesus. 2 episodes, man. And episode 2 was like 55 minutes. It was so good. So good. People need to fucking chill, man. Anyway. I think that's enough for Star Wars. So I guess this is where we're going to cut the YouTube video. If you're watching this and just watch me rant for like what he felt like 3 days, and I will do it again about Star Wars, come join me on Twitch, where we ended up talking about random shit with the viewers. But anyway, YouTube, I'll see you next time with maybe the review for episode 3 and 4. We might do that. Toodles, YouTube.